Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Three Not So Wise Men. I'm Krais.
I'm Jyck.
And I'm Austin.
And today, we have a great episode for all of you hopeless romantics. Today is our RomCom movie pitch. Austin, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, so basically, we're going to make a rom-com. We're just going to throw in a little bit of romance, a little bit of comedy, and we'll see what we regurgitate. I mean, produce lovely.
Let's see who can propose the best pitch.
Ah, there you are, Chris. Good play. So yeah, does anyone want to share some of their favorite rom-coms?
I propose I can.
How often are you going to say I propose, Chris?
I propose, I'm not entirely sure.
I propose this is going to get annoying fast.
Krais is just looking at my face. I started it started becoming so cringy the second time, and I kept going and going.
So Krais is getting ready to propose to Jyck. I see how it is, Krais. I'm not offended. But yeah, Jyck, Krais, want to get started with some of your favorite rom-coms?
I'll go last.
Okay, Krais, want to go ahead?
Well, I've got the most to say about this, so go ahead.
I mean, the proposal's a fan favorite of mine. I'm a hopeless romantic at heart. There's so many, I just looked up a quick list of just rom-coms, like She's Out of My League is pretty good in my opinion. 50 First Dates. One of my favorites, I'm not going to talk about it too much because someone else is going to want to talk about it, but The Princess Bride. Oh, I love it. I have a poster in my room. It's beautiful. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Pretty good list there. Mm-hmm. I would probably also say I might be a hopeless romantic. I don't know. I like love. Love's cool. But I don't really gravitate towards a whole lot of rom-coms in particular. I like to have romance be a little bit more of a side component in my films, you know? Like, I like a little romantic plot line in some of these other movies. But, like, some of my favorite ones are 50 First Dates, The Wedding Singer, coincidentally two Adam Sandler movies. Yeah. Yeah, I would say The Princess Bride because that Princess Bride is like this wonderful blend of everything. So, yeah, that one's probably a top tier one. Yeah, I really don't have a whole lot because I don't see a lot. Which is odd because, you know, some people can consider some musicals to be romantic comedies. So I guess with that note, you could probably say the Moulin Rouge is partial romantic comedy.
I don't think it's comedic. In my opinion, I don't think it's comedic enough to be a rom-com. Romance, 100%.
Moulin Rouge is a rom-com in my opinion because it has comedic.
Especially after this first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's just rom-com that bleeds into romantic tragedy. That's kind of what it bleeds into. So that's kind of mine. So that's kind of my field house. Yeah. So, Jyck, yeah, you want to take it away?
In my opinion, the rom-com genre has to be, like, there can be some drama in it, but it can't be, like, tragedy drama. So that's just, when I hear the term rom-com, I'm thinking of, like, the genre. And it can have drama, it can have sadness, but it has to always be, like, immediately set into, it always has to be basically immediately offset by comedy or just be super, super sweet.
Yeah, and I agree. That's what we're going to be trying to shoot for with the pitch. It's just like my own kind of personal taste doesn't really go towards rom-coms, so that's why I'm like blending like Moulin Rouge is kind of that, but it's not really.
Yeah. I'm just.
It's like I'd say probably close. Yeah, we're good. Keep going. My bad.
We're good. We just keep interrupting each other. Yeah, so we just have different definitions. But for me, we all know that Princess Bride's my favorite movie, and both of you brought it up before I could.
Sucker.
Yeah. Could you hear the sarcasm in Krais' face? It was so.
Oh yeah.
His face was so sarcastic you could hear it.
Sarcasm? I don't even know the definition.
So, but my favorite like rom-com is goodness. Is actually The Holiday, which I barely consider a rom-com because it does have funny moments, but it doesn't have a lot. But I think the tone it's funny enough to consider it a rom-com by the definition I just gave, but just barely. It is probably my favorite love story, but yeah.
Does Ted count as a rom-com?
Does what?
Ted.
Wait,
That is more of a bromance.
Yeah, I was about to. I'm not even justifying that with the responses where I was at. But my favorite, like, true rom-com is easily The Proposal. So.
Yes.
Don't make another joke about proposing.
I
Anyway.
propose not. Shit.
It's now become a... actively trying not to instinctively do it.
It's like that. It's like that scene from the third Austin Powers movie with the mole. He's like mole mole, nope mole. That's what I'm getting with Krais. I propose. Sting it.
See, the issue is I've made the joke so much I can't think of a response that doesn't involve the proposal.
We might just have a counter of how many times you say it. Not everyone, just you. Anyway.
Anyways, anything else before we get into it?
I've always liked rom-coms, but especially recently I've just been getting into them more and more. So, but I didn't have enough time, I feel like, to come up with a really solid concept for this pitch. So my premise I'm already hesitant about. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's because
I have one good joke. That's what I got for mine.
I think because I've become so stingy and I'm enjoying rom-coms so much, I just hold myself to a higher standard with these. We'll find out.
All right. Gracie, you got anything?
The proposal.
Classic joke. Beautiful.
Yeah. I know. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna end the joke there. I promise.
No, I think it was called for there.
Okay.
That was definitely called for.
Because it was a reference to two different things.
It was a reference to another fantastic movie.
Exactly.
Which is a romance movie.
The jokes are becoming multiple
I just realized.
What?
Guys, I just came up with a new prompt. Bromance movie. We don't have that.
Bromance movie going on the wheel.
My pitch for Ted 3.
All right.
I haven't even seen the movie. Okay. I don't want to talk about them. All right.
All right.
Austin,
we'll get started here in 3, 2, 1, go. And time. I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
That was real fun.
I enjoyed mine. A little stressful, but I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah, me too.
Come on, giddy.
I really want to watch a romance movie now.
Yeah, me too. Weirdly.
I got
Sorry, Jack.
way too ambitious. Look, dude, I'm like missing like a lot of massive chunks of story.
Okay, just so you know, for the listeners, I have about a full page of words. This is not a full pitch, so it's okay, buddy.
I don't know.
This is about normal size for me. I got 3 pages.
I've only got 1.5. Anyway,
I was cooking with this one. I was having fun with it.
I was too. It's just I kept getting like really good ideas, and I would get a little bit sidetracked, but like not enough. I would get just enough to like waste a little bit of time, but like I had all these little things, and then a lot of them never got tied up because I didn't have time to tie them up. Anyway.
All right. Ready to see who's going first?
Yeah, let's just spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel. All right.
I want to go first because I just want to get it over with because this is just an unfinished pitch, but
I'm sure it's fine.
We'll find out.
Well, that sucks for you, Jack, because Krais is going first.
Okay.
Really? That's twice in a row.
Hey, in all fairness, Jack's gone third 3 times in a row now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get used to it. I don't remember the last time I went first.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
All right.
Who's next?
Following Krais will be Jack, and then I'll finish this up.
Cool.
That's what I was kind of hoping for, honestly.
Yeah, same. At least it wasn't a repeat of last time.
Yeah.
All right.
Krais, what do you got for us?
Okay, my movie is called Where Did All the Good Men Gone? What?
Where did all the good
I love it
men
already.
go?
That's just me with dumb spelling, but yeah, just where did all the good men go, or where did all the good man gone, or something like that.
Anyway,
Point is,
yeah.
so I'm trying to remember what it was, but there is a RomCom movie that I love with Owen Wilson in it. I'm trying to remember the name. So sorry.
Is it the one with J-Lo?
I probably not, because that doesn't sound familiar. Yes, it was the Lightning McQueen racing documentary.
Yeah, it was the true story about how he found Sally. Anyways, you were saying, what's your story?
Anyways, I took a stand against all the Hallmark movies where the guy is trying to get the girl, okay? I did the reversal. It's not really a reversal at this point, but I did something different because that's what I like. Okay, so my story is about Megan. She's an extroverted woman in her late 20s, and she just broke up with her, like, 5th terrible boyfriend this past year. And she's trying to be a florist in Los Angeles, okay? And the opening scene is, like, her at this, like, pub, and she just broke up with her boyfriend, and she's having a terrible night. And her girlfriends are like, we're going to get you so drunk, girly. Okay? And then, that's the start of the movie. The next morning, totally hungover, she starts walking to this coffee shop to get an order for her current boss that she's temping at. And in this coffee shop, she sees Connor working behind the counter. Taking an interest in him immediately, she asks for council of iced coffee. What is it called again? Anyone know that joke called the joke is, when you meet a girl and she wants to know more about you, she'll ask her council of ice, like her girlies, or the council of iced coffee, to get more information about you.
Okay.
That's what this is. She's like, hey, I need to know who this dude is because he's looking fine as fuck. And it's basically like a short 5-minute montage of these girls just going on their computer, just being like, so where does he work? All right, I found his name. Let's go on his Twitter and see what he's posted. And just finding out that there's not much about him. He doesn't have much of a social media presence. But after a few visits of getting her boss's coffee, she finally works up the nerve to ask him out. And he says, no. What? Wait, why would he do that? Asking what she can do to get him to say yes, he says she can take him on a date just to see what it's like. And they go and they have a blast, okay? Like the waiter, they make fun of the pompous waiter they go to. They go on a lovely walk, and he reveals that he had a really bad breakup with his ex, and he wasn't really interested in dating right now. And she convinces him to be like, "Hey, I'm a catch," and he goes along with it. So they decide to start dating. And there's after some dates and shenanigans, I literally wrote that down. There's just some fun little dates throughout the city. Like something that I thought would be fun would be having coffee at a cat cafe, and as they're chatting to each other, the cats won't let him leave. So she's just like, all right, let's get out of here. And he's like, I'm covered in 3 cats. I need help. Another one is a trip to to an amusement park, because I had to get the Ferris wheel trope in there. It's there.
Being stuck at the top.
Yeah, being stuck at the top. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's there. She revealed her favorite flower, and one of the reasons why she wants to be a florist, because she loves how pretty flowers are and just wants to spread them to people who don't get to see them very often. Finally, the other date that I came up with was dinner at his place. She wants to do the and he's totally clueless about it. He doesn't even realize she's laying it on thick for him. So a lot of the scene is just her being like, "Hey, so why don't you show me your bedroom?" And he's like, "I mean, sure, there it is. It's bed's made, and it's pretty clean. totally missing it, and until the final moment where she's like, I want to fuck you. So after a while, they, that's their dynamic. Until finally her girlies call and say, girl, hey, you want to come out to the... Sorry, I just look up and see Jack's face.
Keep going.
So they go, hey girl, hey, do you want to come go do some shots with us? And she's like, well, I guess I can, but can I bring my boyfriend? And they're like, sure, bring him along. We want to talk with him anyways. And, he goes begrudgingly. He's an introvert, if that's not obvious. He doesn't like to, go out to drink very often. They go, and it's there where things go downhill. He's like starts, hey, can we get going, or like, is it okay if I leave? And they get into a fight, but he doesn't leave quite yet. But at the bar, he runs into dun dun dun, the evil ex, and she starts, the evil ex. I don't have a name for her, unfortunately. The evil ex just starts, bad mouthing him, and it's at that point where Megan comes back and sees this, and a whole kerfuffle happens, and he, it's at that moment where he's like, hey, this isn't working. Like, you're a very different person than I am. I can't be with you if this is what you want to do with your free time. And they break up. After cleaning her things out, she gets the doorbell rings, and she gets a order that he wasn't able to cancel, and it is a big bouquet of her favorite flower. I didn't look up flowers for this, if you can't tell. I didn't have time. But she gets a big bouquet, and then she starts realizing that, oh my god, I just let go one of the best people in the world.
I'd go with orchids. Yeah. Sorry, that's the vibe I'm getting from her. Keep going.
No, you're fair. But she's like, I just let this incredible person walk out of my life. I need to get him back. And then the whole movie, the rest of the movie is just her like getting back, trying to find out where he's at, because he's kind of gone off the grid even more. She finds him. They make up, they kiss, and congratulations, we have a rom-com movie. Bam.
Cool.
Nice.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go for it, Jack.
This is not intended as a shot at you, but it is a shot at you. This is the story. This is obviously a story written by a single guy. Wink and finger guns from Krais. Yeah, no. I just wanted to say that off the bat.
Yeah.
It is good overall. I do like it. But also just the way you wrote it and the way you pitched it, it's very clearly a single guy wrote it.
What can I say?
Oh, crap, Chris. They're on to us.
Shit! 3 single guys making rom-com movies? Who would have guessed? Oh, shit!
Oh my gosh. All my girlies, hey girl, hey.
Hey girl.
The Council of Iced Coffee.
You haven't heard that joke before?
No, I've never heard
Oh my
that.
god! I gotta show you.
Even I know about that.
Yeah, thank you, Austin.
Oh my gosh.
Because
you guys don't actually have a lot of female friends, is what it is.
What?
Hey,
What are you
whoa!
talking
Actually,
about?
most of my friends are female, dude.
Okay,
A
well,
good 50% of my
And I
friends
do
are
know
female.
that's a thing. I do know that's a thing.
oh my gosh. Okay, just y'all. Anyway, feedback for the actual story. I thought it was pretty good. There was really no depth to the character of Connor. Again, I just think that Connor needed a thing, because all we really know about him is he keeps to himself and he's a barista.
Yeah.
He needed something, a quirk or something. Even if it was like, I don't know,
He's a gamer. If I'm being, I do have that he's a gamer. I just didn't see it was important, so I just didn't mention it.
Yeah, I don't know. There was just no character. I do like, honestly, I forgot her name. Megan. I do really like her as a character for sure, but yeah, we just didn't get, and we got to know her pretty well through the story, but we also don't. There's also no. Did you mention a single other name?
No, I just mentioned those two.
There's
Megan and Connor.
Yeah, and then you have the girlies and the evil ex. I would have liked a few more characters, and I would have liked a lot more depth to Connor, but you got a pretty solid story overall. I think if you flesh those out, you could just have a knockout with your story there, with the movie there. Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, overall, I thought it was pretty good. I really enjoyed the story dynamic, and some of those things that you've said, they are very true. At least with some of the female friends that I have, I've witnessed that, or they've told me straight up.
What, the Council of Ice Coffee?
Yeah, that's the thing, Jack.
We just don't. I know it's a
sometimes
thing.
Sometimes it's not referred to as the
You're on the
Council of Ice
council!
Coffee.
Every
Sometimes
single
it's
time I'm in that
referred to as
group.
the Council of Boba Tea. But yeah, it's a thing. There's definitely those groups.
Austin,
I think just
you missed it. I'm very well aware that it's a thing. I'm the one who sits with them in there drinking whatever it is. It's generally not. I mean, it's generally iced coffee. It's generally iced coffee. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I've just never heard the term.
Yeah.
No, that's...
Yeah. But
Goodness.
besides that, like, the only really complaint I have about this is that I wish that you went into some of the comedy bits of the rom-com portion.
Yeah.
Like, there's some implied comedy in there, like some of the social awkwardness when Megan's trying to get laid, and the guy's just completely oblivious to it. But I feel like there's some of that, but I kind of wanted a couple more comedy moments throughout it.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Austin.
Of course.
All
right, Captain RomCom.
Listen.
Let's see what you got.
Yeah, Captain RomCom.
This is like I would not watch this rom-com I'm about to pitch to y'all. So have that preference.
Great.
Keep that in mind. Anyway, so this is called Crux of Fate because I wanted to go back to the name afterwards, and this is what we got. Okay. First off, we have Archie. He's going about his day, shopping. He's listening to his favorite artist with some big old headphones on. His favorite artist is called Bitter's Rose, and she just dropped a new album. But she's little known. She doesn't have a lot of listeners, but he randomly discovered her, and he really likes it. She sings like a really not sorrowful, but really real, passionate like music about how she's feeling, and she's really open about it, and he really enjoys that. So as he's going about his day, listening to this, it's clear he does this like basically every week. He has repertoire with all the cashiers where he's going. He's getting more specialized ingredients from farmers markets and such. But as he's going around, he notices there's a woman appearing everywhere he is going. As this happens, we also have Paula, and she's on the phone with her friend Mary, spelled M-A-R-Y, Mary is sick, and Paula's running errands for her, picking up things, because Mary's freaking bedridden, and she needs these supplies, and Paula's doing her a favor. As she's going around, she notices this man wearing headphones appearing everywhere she's going. And they both get on the phone, Paula calling Mary, and Archie calling his best friend, whose name is Mary, M-E-R-R-Y. The running theme of this is that there's an absurd amount of coincidences in this. It's like insane. It's like, what is going on? It's a crux of fate.
Noted.
Yeah, it's a not like an absurd amount, but not like making fun of like all the coincidences that happen in rom-coms.
It's like a Jurassic Park movie. It happens. There's these series of events that lead to this.
Yeah, it happens, but it's to the point where it's like funny. Like the characters are fully aware that this is like way too many coincidences.
So it's almost like watching a Scooby-Doo trap.
Yeah, pretty much. You think of it a lot more like that. Yeah, it just gets convoluted and confusing. Yeah, that's what happens throughout the entire movie. So as they're each on the phone with their respective Marys. Since I introduced Paula's friend Mary first, that'll be Mary, and then A's Mary will be Archie's best friend Mary. So as they're on the phone, they're saying how there's this creep following them everywhere. They've been at the last 5 different stores. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next store and keep an eye out for them. Oh, they're there too on the other 3 aisles over. And then they get to the point where it's like, I think I'm just gonna confront him. Yeah. And then the Mary's both like, yeah, confront him. Oh, shoot, I gotta go. I just got in a car accident. And they both hang up simultaneously. Archie and Paula both approach each other, on the sidewalk, and they accuse each other of stalking, and then after a minute they prove to each other that it was in fact a wild amount of coincidences in a row. And they're like, hey, sorry, okay, we'll see you around. No, you won't. I don't come here often. I'm just helping a friend. Oh, right, okay. Well, goodbye. And then they awkwardly leave. A few days later, Archie's Mary, is introducing Archie to his new girlfriend and her friend when they go to their Archie and Mary's favorite bar. Mary says, hey, Archie, this doesn't have to be a double date, but hey, maybe it could be. And then Mary introduces Archie to Mary. They ran into each other in a car accident and started dating. And the friend that they're meeting is Paula. Another coincidence. Anyway, Archie and Paula formally introduce themselves, and then pretty dang quickly, Mary and Mary step outside, and you can see them, or they step away, and you can see them in the corner making out, and they both make jokes like, yeah, they kind of take it pretty fast. They're like, yeah, okay. And then Archie and Paula get to know each other pretty well. It's clear that they click very well, but it's purely platonic right now. And then a guy named Mark comes up. He's pretty buzzed at this bar, and he's revealed to be Paula's coworker. She is an interviewer at a newspaper or a magazine or something, and this coworker has been hitting on her for a bit and won't leave her alone. So basically, Archie pretends to be her boyfriend, and it's like, well, yeah, okay, back off. I've got a boyfriend. And then drunk Mark goes, okay, well, if he's your boyfriend and you've been dating him as long as you are saying you've been dating, he's going to come on the company retreat next week, right? And she goes, yeah, he is. And Archie's like, ugh. And then Mark goes off because he's wasted. And Paula's like, I have an interview that week. I can't go. Don't worry about it. They end the night and part ways. The next day, Archie is at a doctor's office. It's revealed he is going to these specialized stores in this farmer's market and stuff and getting these ingredients because he has an illness. It's not a terminal illness, but it is something he has to keep up with his health or it'll get dangerous. And he's doing pretty good. He meets with his doctor, and the doctor says, hey, you're kind of needing some fresh air. Get out of town and do something. Fresh mountain air or something like that. And then we have a scene around the same time where Paula is at work, and she finds out that the person she's supposed to interview got sick, and her interview is canceled, and she has to go on the retreat. Anyway, and she tells her boss about all the stuff Mark's been doing, and her boss is like, I'm fully aware. We're in the process of getting Mark fired, but he's the big boss's nephew, so the big boss wants to tell him in person so he can get his act together type of bull crap. So now Paula has to go on this retreat where Mark's also going to be there. So Paula gets Archie's number, calls him. Next scene, they're on a plane together going to Colorado. To keep up this act that they're fully committed to doing, because why the heck not, they give each other a list of things they should know about each other if what they've been saying is true. And yes, I stole that from the proposal. But as this happens, Archie falls asleep pretty quickly, and Paula kind of looks over and is worried because they were supposed to basically have this thing memorized because they need to know all the answers in the morning. When they get to the hotel that they're staying at, they have this massive suite because Paula's very successful in her job, and the company's really well off, so she gets this big room, like hotel suite. It's got a living room and everything. And Archie's gonna be like, okay, I'm going to take the couch, and he turns over, and Paula's already setting her stuff up on the couch, and she just looks him dead in the eyes, and she's like, you're taking the bed, I dragged you along, no arguing. And he starts to argue, and she's not having it, and he finally concedes, like, okay, fine, whatever. And then he opens the door to the bedroom, sees the massive bed, and he just kind of sits on it and lays on it. He's like, I don't know why I argued this. And he's not upset because the bed is so good. And then I threw in a bit where both of the Marys were there and spying on them, and they were going to try and push them together to date. But I had no time to do anything about that. Like, it just says that, and then there's nothing else about those two. So just know, like, they're there causing trouble and comedic relief, making a bunch of stupid jokes, and failing miserably at trying to like put them in these romantic scenarios. Like, it's about to rain, and then they go under the same umbrella type of cliche stuff. They try and force that, and it just backfires on those two. So that's what's going on behind the scenes as I keep going. The next morning, it's this big company breakfast. The entire company's there. It's a whole day of company bonding, exercises, etc. It's a big thing. And at this, they have to start the act. Mark sits at their table with his girlfriend. If that's right, Mark has had a girlfriend this entire time. And he's basically asking questions to test them. And Archie knows every single answer that was on the list, and Paula does not know how. She is shocked. And then we get a kind of a montage, not quite, but a bunch of scenes throughout the day of all this stuff. And this was like, oh, you have so little time left, so it's just kind of, from here on out, it's basically just like barely any detail, if any. Throughout this, Archie is playing the perfect boyfriend while still like being a gentleman and like respecting her boundaries. And Paula's just like, okay, what's going on here? Is like, does he do this professionally type of vibe? And finally, the day is over. They retreat to their room, and Paula brings all this up. She compliments him, and he just kind of shrugs it off. She goes like, how are you so good at this romance thing? Because he's doing all these like big romantic gestures so casually. And he admits that when he was young, when he was 18, he sold a romance book, and has been living off the money for that ever since, because he's ill and he literally can't physically work. And she says, and he basically lays all this out for her, and she realizes that that book is also her favorite book. It's what inspired her to be a journalist. So another big coincidence there. And she makes a joke about how lucky his past girlfriends must have been, because he's this big romantic guy, and he's like, I've never dated before. I have this and that's when he explains he has the illness. I've had this illness. I don't have time. It's why I had time to write the book and publish it at 18, because I'm just sitting in the hospital for years. And she's just, okay, good night. I don't know what to say. In the morning, we get Archie waking up to go on a run, and it's like pretty early. It's like before dawn, and he's like impressed with himself, like, hey, or he's feeling pretty confident because there's no one around. He's like, I'm getting up early. I'm doing what I need to do. And then as he gets going, he sees that Paula has been up for an hour already, and she's already sweaty from her run. He's like, oh, okay. And we'll get a bit of like the Marys like looking at them like, how were they awake so early? And they're just like zombies, just guzzling coffee, trying to stay awake. Like
The iced coffee Illuminati.
What? Okay, coffee Illuminati confirmed, I guess. So, okay, and here's where I literally just started typing. So let me show you what I have for the next few scenes. So the next 30 minutes of the movie. Mary keeps buying. Mark is starting to believe it. Real feelings start to show. A lot of this. Yeah. So that's where we get this. It starts turning more cutesy, genuine stuff. And then we get to the last day of the retreat. Things have been great. Mark has left them alone. It's clear that they're into each other. And Paula catches him listening to his favorite artist. I don't know if I said the name of the artist, Bitter Rose. And she goes, what are you listening to? And he's like, it's kind of a guilty pleasure. It's this artist. She, I don't know, she's not really well known. And she's like, that's me. And he goes, there's no way. You're nothing like this person. Listen, you would never sing this type of stuff. And then she proves that she is, in fact, Bitter Rose. Like, she shows the audio file. She sings the songs and all this stuff. Wow! Another coincidence. And he gets super excited and starts, like, fangirling there. And then they basically do this big love confession. And right after that, they love each other. And after that, she kisses him. And he pulls away, like, super fast, really big. And he's just absolutely furious that she would just kiss him out of nowhere. After saying the night before he's never dated, he's never kissed anyone, any of that. And she's just like, whoa, where did this come from? You're overreacting. I'm overreacting. And there's this massive fight about that. The next scene, silent trip back. The next scene. There wasn't even a period there. Then we get the bit of the whole like cheesy, gloomy, like I miss him, I miss her, type of thing. And then it's like, you know what? Paul's like, you know what? Screw this. She goes over to his door. She goes over to his place, knocks on the door, because like, hey, this is why this happened. I'm sorry. You're right. I should have asked before I did that. This is how I'm feeling. These are all the thoughts, and she just keeps going on and on and on. Then he does the same, where he's like, "Hey, this is all new to me. I wasn't ready for that, but you're right. You're right. I definitely overreacted with this situation. Yada yada yada. I'm not ready, but I am now." He leans in for the kiss, backs up. Is this okay? And she just shakes her head and pulls him in for the kiss, and then the movie ends. That's it.
Austin, do you want to go first?
Sure, I can go first.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm not gonna grill you too hard on it because I know you said that you're not overly proud of this one to begin with.
I'm not proud of this one at all.
I don't think it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think some of the scenes drag out more than they should, especially for a rom-com.
Yeah.
And you know my own personal feelings about overabundance of coincidences, which sometimes in rom-coms it's unavoidable. Yeah. But in some of them it's just like, okay. Probably the biggest thing I have for
Sorry,
it.
Austin, Krais, just giving me faces as you're talking. He's being very flirty. I know you're jealous.
Yeah, I'm very jealous. I'm just trying to put it outside my head so I don't go blind with rage.
Yeah.
But anyways,
not him about to cry.
Yeah. You're okay. You're okay.
Sorry, I know you're talking about your thoughts, Austin, but me and Jack are just looking at each other, and my brain just couldn't help it. I just was like, just send him a smooch.
You guys can look into each other's eyes all night after this. Let's get through this first, then you can look into each other's eyes all you want. Yeah, so my two big things for it. First thing, I would say it's similar to what I had for Krais, is like I feel like you could use some more comedic moments throughout it. You did have some which were picked up on, and then some of it is more implied with the situational stuff and the coincidence. Like, oh yeah, we're making fun of the coincidence stuff.
Yeah.
So again, it's more of like, hey, I would like to hear some of the other jokes that you got in there, but it wasn't as big as a deal as it was with Krais's, and no offense to yours, Krais, either.
Ouch.
But the other thing is, like, I feel like there's a lot of, hey, we're going to do this, and then I'm mad at you. Hey, we're going to get back together, and I'm mad at you. Like, there's a lot of, hey, we're going to have this moment, and then we're going to make tension out of it, if you get what I'm saying. It felt a little repetitive in that formula. Now, doing that once or twice, it was fine, but it seemed like it was happening like every other scene. And I could have just missed something in between, but seemed like it was happening a little bit.
Did you pick up on that? They don't get mad at each other, or they got mad in the first scene and then the penultimate scene, but that's it. I think if that wasn't it, it might have been between other characters, because it felt like that kind of tension was happening quite a bit. Okay. That's not something I realized what was going on. I didn't realize that. Either I'm not reading it or I presented it wrong. It does not matter. Sorry. And I might be misreading or misinterpreting something in there. So there could be just a misunderstanding. What is it? Yeah, misunderstanding. Thank you. There's just maybe a misunderstanding of information going on right there. But that was something I was picking up on. It's just like, it feels like we're doing the same thing over and over throughout the movie. Gotcha. Which, I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, it's not bad. And I know you're not super proud of it. So yeah, we both know, like, you know that there's a lot of stuff that you want to fix or would like to expand on. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I think overall it's pretty all right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, it's not that bad. I think you have a decent story, pretty well-rounded characters. I wasn't super invested, but that doesn't mean that no one would enjoy it. And I think that the reason why I think I'm not like, oh my god, I would love this story, Jack. It was more, I have a hard time when you're like, okay, so there's this person, this person, this person, this person, and this person. And the fact that you're like, okay, so there's two Mandys spelled differently. I almost wanted to look. I just wanted to look at you and smack you because it's like I can't.
Honestly, I kind of like that bit. Having the two Marys, I thought that was kind of funny. I did
thought
enjoy
that was
bit.
pretty dang
But
funny.
It's funny,
Yeah,
but like
I think it's kind of similar to build off Krais. I think it's almost like the counter to what you said about his pitch. Like where you felt like Krais had too much or too little and he needed more. It's almost like you almost overdid it with the time giving, and you probably could have cut some of that and expanded in other parts. So that's just one thing. And thank you for bringing that up, Krais. So I think that was just I just find that a weird coincidence. Like, oh, it's interesting. Jack's called out Krais on that, and then Jack overdid it on theirs. So it's like, maybe meet in the middle.
Exactly.
yeah. In my opinion, a good rom-com can have the two love interests, and then like at least a really good friend to one of them, and then there's got to be like a villain at some point. Like you don't need a shit ton of characters. Yes, you can have like really good love stories with a lot of characters. Like, I had the only one coming to mind is like 50 First Dates. There's like I don't know, like 50 characters in that.
There's a lot.
There's a lot of characters in 50 First Dates, but they all feel unique enough that it's like, okay, I understand what your role is in this story. Yeah. But if a lot of your characters are like, we're here to cause trouble, then
mine is there's 5 characters like that are like notable, and the rest are just like background characters.
Yeah.
It's just I went into them so much that
Yeah. And again, you're
and I agree. I went into them too much for this. Yeah.
Yeah. That's my thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, not bad overall.
Yeah.
Just there's some things that we're picking up on.
Yeah.
And again, some of it might be just a misunderstanding or misinterpretation.
Yeah.
But there's the ones like but yeah.
Yeah. All right. You ready, Austin?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this one.
He's been waiting. All right. Now,
I have been waiting.
All right. Now he's gonna give this pitch and we're gonna hate it. I'm joking. This is gonna be great. All right.
Okay.
Hit us with
it. My rom-com is named Not Another Rom-Com.
Is this like not another teenage movie?
Kind of, but
if you
it's
said
not
yes, I was gonna
teenagers.
I was gonna walk out.
Well, in all fairness, I haven't seen that movie, so
okay.
If
haven't,
there's, like,
okay,
I haven't, but it's kind of like a play on it.
Yeah.
Like actually, an inspiration for this pitch was Scream, where it's making fun of where Scream makes fun of horror tropes, but still does them. Mm-hmm. We're making fun of rom-com tropes, but doing them anyways.
Yeah.
Wow.
So not another horror movie, or not another scary movie, not another teenage movie, but this is not another rom-com.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And yeah, I didn't know that. Like I haven't seen the movie, so.
No, not another teenage movie is literally exactly this, but teenage movies. Mm-hmm. Like they even have I forget her name. She was like the queen of teenage movies. She was in
Lindsay
Breakfast
Lohan?
Club. No, older, like Breakfast 80s. She was in Breakfast Club.
I'm looking it up.
16 Candles. Anyway, but they got her to make a cameo at the end, and it was hilarious.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about now.
Redhead.
Chris Evans is as well.
But yeah, he is in that. Anyway, I'm getting us way too sidetracked.
But yeah, it's not teenagers; they're adults, but they're like young adults,
Yeah, but same.
So, my synopsis is: crap! Is this some rom-com? Evan always hated rom-coms, but soon finds a new appreciation of them when Bella asks him out to a movie. Soon, Evan learns that love is not only true in fairy tales.
Oh,
that means. I know it's like
not
cheesy.
That was not another rom-com logline. That's what that was.
Was it really?
Yeah, that was that was like a stereotypical rom-com logline, which I think fits this movie perfectly from what I've been heard about.
All right.
No, keep going. I'm loving this already. Like I was crapping on it a second ago in a joking way, but I am genuinely interested in what you got here.
All right. So, first scene, I don't think this would be the first scene, but this is an early scene that I decided to go with. Evan and his friend Chad and some others are out bowling, and then they see a group of girls in the lane next to them. We then get a slow motion shot with wind blowing from the bowling vent where they return the balls, and it's blowing Bella's hair back, making her look stunning. Mm-hmm. Chad then decides to go hit on one of them. And in return of his
Chad?
quote-unquote groat flirt, oh yeah, he's doing a terrible job. He gets a slap across the face.
Mm-hmm.
He shrugs it off, and he immediately tries again with another one. And this time, they whap him over the side with a red bowling ball. And then he's laying on the floor, and he's still he tries again, this time with Bella, and Bella gives him a small little smirk, acting like she's into it. But here's the thing. She's holding a big blue bowling ball in her hands. She then says, "Oops," and the bowling ball drops right onto his crotch. And we get a reaction shot of the guys. You picked up on that.
I didn't.
As soon as you said the big blue bowling ball, I was like, he's gonna do a blue ball joke. I can feel it. I can fucking feel it.
I did not pick up on that.
You didn't even have to finish the sentence, Austin. I saw the joke a mile away.
I was pretty proud of that one too.
That's pretty dang good. It's just I'm not.
Well, he's got like the com part, but let's see if he's got the rom part.
Yeah.
But yeah, we see a shot of the other guys reacting to it, and they're laughing at him at the same time because every guy when they see a groin shot, they're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
But they're also enjoying seeing their friend fail spectacularly like this. Because he's a big playboy. It's what a guy named Chad deserves.
Yeah, I was about to say, you named him Chad.
I intentionally named him Chad for that purpose.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll have a high-pitched scream, and then we'll get a shot of Chad slowly crawling back over to the lane with him, like, whimpering in pain and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then we'll get a joke of him, like, trying to climb back into his chair. Mm-hmm. And then once he eventually sits down, Evan asks, "So, did you get her number?"
It's such a good... Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So, we go on to the next day. Evan goes to a coffee shop, and he runs into Bella, and who recognized him from the bowling alley. And then Evan says, "Oh yeah, you were the one that gave my friend the blue ball. Nice job." Bella then responds with, "It was my pleasure."
Yep.
They then get to talking more, and then they decide to go out to see a rom-com, which both of them hate rom-coms, but they decided it'd be fun to go to it and then make fun of it afterwards. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then we get the setup for the subplot of the movie, where Chad meets Bella's ex-boyfriend Derek, who's not like a bad guy at all. He's just kind of a loser. And Chad agrees to help Derek try to win back Bella, unaware that Evan is going out with Bella now. So
I'm starting to pick up on these things.
Mm-hmm. Evan and Bella go out on their dates, the movies, and they watch the rom-com, and they decide to take a walk through the park and then talk about how bad the movie was, and they start to make fun of all the tropes in it. So this is some of the implied comedy that comes with, hey, we're going to be making fun of this stuff. Mm-hmm. They then have their first kiss, and then we get a shot of doves flying in the park, and they fly around them, and they're still in their nice long embrace, and the doves make a little heart. While this is happening, we see Derek paddleboarding with wine, a picnic basket, and roses heading towards the bridge that Evan and Bella are on. Mm-hmm. But then soon, the paddleboard gets swarmed by the doves, and then they steal his picnic basket and bottle of wine. And then he's starting to scream about it. And then the picnic basket drops, causing a big hole in the boat, and it starts to sink a little bit. Derek begins to start to freak out, but then the bottle of wine drops and breaks on his head, knocking him out. We then go back to Evan and Bella, who have ended their long embrace, and Evan asks Bella if she wants to get out of here. And then they leave off the bridge, and then after they walk away, we get to see a shot of Derek making a really goofy, knocked out face slowly start to sink into the water. We then get a montage of Evan and Bella being happy and seeing how their relationship has improved their lives with the song "I'm a Believer" playing. The Smash Mouth cover.
Yeah.
And then I saw her.
Basically. Yep, that one. Later in the movie, Evan does something stupid, and then he and Bella break up. I didn't have time to figure what that reason would be, but
matter.
We knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Something always goes wrong in these movies.
Yep.
We then get a sad montage with the song "Alone Again" naturally playing.
I don't know that one.
Have you seen Ice Age 3?
Not in a while. I'll listen to it after.
Yeah, it's the song that plays about Scrat's acorn when he finds love with the female squirrel. But yeah, then we get the classic "I'm in the rain for you" scene.
Yeah.
But it's Derek standing out in the street holding a Bluetooth speaker, singing Blake Shelton's song every time I hear that song. And I think I can get away with this because it's gonna get cut off. But like it goes with every time I hear that song, I'm standing in the pouring rain on your front lawn. And on the ooh oohs after the second one, he's going ooh ooh ah, poof, and he gets hit by a yellow cab.
Jesus Christ, Austin.
Evan then immediately runs out, just completely ignoring that he just hit Derek, and begins to confess his love to Bella and tells her about what an idiot he was and how much he loves her. Then Evan and Bella get back together, and then we fast forward to their wedding, and we see him run off, and then we get a shot of Chad and Derek romantically together. They're in their suits and they're like nice and cuddly.
Yeah.
Playing into that trope of friends to lovers thing. And then we get a nice fade out, like a classic movie fade out with some classic music playing.
Yeah.
The end.
Derek and Chad. Derek and Chad. Sorry. Those names are so perfect for those characters. Krais, do you want to go first?
Thank you.
Okay,
Thoughts.
I had a couple of thoughts. Okay, do you guys know this dude who makes... There's this internet show called Frat House Drama.
I
Nope.
think you've sent me stuff from it. I haven't seen it like...
Probably. I don't watch it as much as I do now, as I used to.
Yeah.
But it's basically like, on this week, on Frat House Drama, Chad accidentally stole Brad's vape. Uh-oh. Hilarity ensues. That's the vibe that's giving it off. But when you say Chad now, that's all I think about. It's just, this week on Frat House Drama is Chad gets blue balled in the bowling alley.
Yeah.
But
we can have a version where it's just told from Chad's perspective. That's the real
POV.
rom-com.
That's the real rom-com.
Yeah, you get the shot. It's POV. Your Chad laying on the bowling room floor after getting hit across the face with the bowling ball.
Honestly, I'm more interested in seeing Chad fall in love with Derek than I want this than your movie.
It's a very interesting subplot.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say another thing. You described it as similar to Not Another Teen Movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'd argue it's more like the Scary Movie franchise,
Which is the same.
Yeah, that's the kind of like slapstick comedy I was going for.
Yeah,
like them just whacking each other with a bowling ball across the face.
Yeah.
Because I'd argue that Not Another Teen Movie has more like, this happened scenario. Where the Scary Movie franchise were like, you're dead! Just more like, you know the scene where she's running up the stairs just throwing things at Scream?
Yeah.
And she throws the grandma off the stairs, and Scream's like, what the fuck?
I didn't want to say scary. I didn't want to say like Scary Movie because like they get like completely random.
Yeah.
But it's like that level of slapstick comedy where it's just like... just super out of the ordinary. You're like swinging a bowling ball abnormally. So you get some of those just classic like late 90s, early 2000s comedy.
Yeah, no, those are the same movies, just different genres. That's the
Right.
only the scary movie is able to do more violence because it's a scary movie.
And it's a full on parody.
Yeah,
This one's like it's like part parody and part legit rom-com. So
yeah.
My final note is just to kind of pull an Austin. There was a lot of comedy, but there wasn't a lot of romance, but that was the whole point of your pitch. Yeah. So, hey, props to you for seeing the loophole in the pitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like romance was like, hey, we're gonna do a classic romance story.
Mhm.
Let's just
Yeah.
focus more on the comedy part of it,
Yeah, and I'm gonna point out.
which I'm kind of glad I did because
Yeah.
it was a good contrast to your guys'.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Not that it wasn't. Go ahead, Jack.
No, I was saying, yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's just all I said.
Oh, it's just good contrast between my pitch and your guys's.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
It felt like it was a much needed thing for our. Yeah.
All right, Jack. What do you got?
All right, I absolutely loved it. Your comedy was dead on. It reminded me of your worst movie pitch with the comedy in that, with the director and the cat and the zombies and all that. Just not as random, or like not random. This one was a lot more planned and fit, but it was the same type of comedy.
Yeah, like I have a style of like slapstick comedy,
Yeah.
which is some of my better forms of comedy when I do on stage too.
Yeah,
So
no.
it fits.
Yeah, for sure. You're really good at that, and I didn't have this approach obviously because I'm not as big of a fan of that type of comedy, and I also suck at it. So, it didn't even like pop up on my radar that would be something in this episode, and I'm so glad it is. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I didn't pick up on a lot of the jokes in there until you revealed them, and then Krais just full on like saw the first one.
And that's part of my like cinephile kind of flair to it. Like I have visual storytelling with my jokes.
Yeah. Krais saw the first one a mile away, and he was just sitting there. And when I start cracking up, I look up, and he's just like nodding, like, "Yeah, obviously that was gonna happen. It's hilarious. Of course you're gonna do that."
That's usually how it is. Austin makes a really good joke. I see it like coming like a good 5 minutes ahead of schedule, and then next thing I know, Jack is cracking up on the floor, dying, and I'm just like, "Yeah, that's funny."
We can tell which the two of us three who are the comedy actors and the one who's not.
What? Wait, what?
I can do drama. You can't.
Ouch!
I can do both.
He can do both.
That really.
I was fully expecting you to go. Yeah, well, I can do comedy and you can't. Which would have.
I just wasn't expecting it.
Compliments, Krais.
I can't do drama. I can be serious.
It's okay, Krais. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can.
I'm a meanie.
I like how that's your take for I can do drama.
Dude.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Dude, the notes I have been given with my acting is I go too dramatic. And apparently when I look at someone mildly, like, as a character, like, disappointed at someone, it looks like I'm about to kill them. That's a note I got recently. So,
oh my gosh, I am rolling on the floor now.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Austin, this was a really good pitch. I really enjoyed it. It's not one I'd probably go see in the movies unless I was with a group of friends. But I think if us three went to see this movie, we would be dying. We'd get thrown out of the movie theater because we'd be laughing
probably.
too much.
Knowing our luck,
Yeah, for sure. If we would never get thrown out of a movie theater except for that reason.
Yeah.
And this would be the movie that makes it happen.
Just enjoying the magic of the movies too much.
Exactly. It gets to the point where like we miss like half of the movie because we're all cracking up too much. Yeah.
Okay, I might have said that the last episode with my Tomb Raider pitch. That was probably one of my top 3.
Yeah.
No, this movie's got to be one of my top 3 pitches of this year.
Easily. This was a really good pitch.
This was a good pitch.
All right.
Alrighty. That was a really good one overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about my pitch. Anyway.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It wasn't a really bad one.
Yeah, they can't all be winners. Well, we would spin the wheel for our next prompt, but we got something special coming up, don't we, guys?
We got a
is
big
it? I can't
special
quite
anniversary coming up.
Neither can I.
Yeah.
Special type of anniversary.
Yeah. The only important type of special anniversary. A podcast anniversary.
A podcast
Oh
anniversary.
my god, I thought you were going to say
What
the wedding
podcast
anniversary.
are you
Ooh,
guys
my gosh, just
talking
kill me
about?
on that one.
No, we have our first year, or we have our 1 year anniversary for this podcast being released coming up, and that's gonna be our next episode. We got a bunch of really
Dude, that's
fun
crazy.
ideas.
We've been doing this for a year now.
A year, guys.
Yeah, actually, technically more than a year because we were planning the podcast before we even started recording it.
We've been, I mean,
We started planning the podcast like mid-February.
yeah. So.
Yeah, so we're coming up on our anniversary of the first released episode.
Ah, the release.
Oh, goodness. To think back then where we would sit in the same room with the microphone and just talk and ramble. And, oh, wait, we're still doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, it should be a very fun schedule. But we'll take care of that, and we'll let you know what we're doing on that in the next time. But thanks for listening in on this episode. We really hope you enjoyed it. This one ended up being a lot more fun for us than we thought it was, or at least for me and Krais.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But be sure to let us know whose pitch you would like to see down in the comments and in the poll. And then also be sure to follow us on Instagram and be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a good one, y'all.
Jack, Austin, I love you both, but I can't choose. One, a writer, the other, the serious one. I can't make a decision.
Jack, flip a coin for it.
Loser gets them?
Wait, hold on.
Yep.
All right.
No, hey, I'm more of a catch than that.
The Three Not So Wise Men. Grace Baker. Jack Green. Austin Machetas. Special thanks to Louis Trotter for the amazing intro. See you next time.